We have a treat tonight in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League Premiership Division, as it's two of the top teams who are set to do battle with playoff implications aplenty at Collège Notre-Dame in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It's FC Jazz versus Montreal Penetrators. Taking a look at FC Jazz and how they line up, they have the league's best offense, but they'll be going against the league's top defense, and they'll also be looking to keep pace with their rivals, Peaky Blinders FC. And there is Montreal Penetrators, the young crew in this Premiership division. Very good defensively, some question marks going forward. They're also looking to keep pace with their rivals from FC Jazz and Penetrators in their black uniforms at Collège Notre-Dame. This should be a very interesting match, a delicious affair in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League Premiership Division. Our official today is Igor Harkhu. The assistants are Luis Vargas and Henry Musembe. And the first responder is Marie-Jolene Jobin-Lortzi. My name is Graham Neysmith on the commentary, as always, on Corporate Soccer TV. We were mentioning this is the best offense in the league against the best defense in the league. "39 goals scored this season for a plus 33 goal differential. That's through 6 games, and as you can imagine, that is the best in the Premiership division. They're in blue tonight, attacking from right to left on your screen. Meanwhile, Penetrators are in black, moving from left to right. And Penetrators have a 4-1-1 record, and they've only given up 4 goals this season. However, they've only scored 18. And Penetrators are coming off of a loss. They lost 2-0 to Peaky Blinders last week. And don't look now, but Peaky Blinders are actually atop the table in the Premiership division. They beat Sky United 3-0 and now own a 6-1-0 record with a plus 8 goal differential, good for 18 points. That's 3 better than FC Jazz. However, Peaky Blinders have played 1 more game than FC Jazz, who are on the ball right now. However, it rolls out for a goal kick. Lots of energy here on the sidelines as FC Jazz in their blue uniforms always bring out their supporters for these matches. Penetrators will have their hands full. We remember FC Jazz put up 19 goals against Sky United earlier this season in one of the most lopsided affairs we've seen in quite some time. And that explains their superior goal differential. Peaky Blinders, as we said, now atop the table with 18 points. They only have 1 loss this season, and it came at the hands of FC Jazz, actually in the season opener. However, since then, it's been smooth sailing for Peaky Blinders, not quite the offensively flashy team that FC Jazz have. In fact, Peaky Blinders have scored fewer goals and actually conceded more goals than FC Jazz. But they find themselves atop the table nonetheless with their 18 points and their 6-1 record. We can review the entire Canadian Corporate Soccer League table right now because playoff implications are aplenty, as we said earlier. So we have Peaky Blinders at the top, as we said, with 18 points. Then we have Jazz and Penetrators as we move down the table with 15 points and 13 points respectively. Then LGQV, who have enjoyed a really great late season flourish, have 12 points and a plus 10 goal differential. They've settled into 4th place. Stadium 5, with a 3-3-1 record, have 10 points. Cafeteros, who looked so promising this year. In fact, they handed FC Jazz their only loss of the season, a 3-0 loss. What a shocking scoreline that was. Jazz has only lost to this point in the season, but Cafeteros have dropped off a bit. They now have a 3-4 record, good for 9 points, and it'll be tough for them to make the playoffs. And then we have the Cellar Dwellers, the Keene FC with 4 points, and Sky United with just 1 from a draw with the Keene FC. And the referee signaling a corner kick here. FC Jazz very good off of their corner kicks. They scored a bicycle kick goal earlier this season against the Keene FC. Also scored a header. And their fans are just about ready to explode here at Collège Notre-Dame. This is Corporate Soccer TV. And the Canadian Corporate Soccer League is the Canadian member of FIFCO, the International Federation of Corporate Football. 2 45-minute halves to be had here in the Premiership division, and you'll notice we are using the yellow lines. We're on a Canadian football pitch right now, and you'll notice the uprights just over the goal. The yellow lines are the ones that matter. And also, if the ball ever strikes the uprights of the football goalposts, obviously it is out of bounds. So here we come, a couple of attackers in the box for Jazz as they are set to put the corner in. And here it comes in there towards the box. It deflects off of a player. And actually deflected off of a Jazz player, so it's going to be a goal kick. 5 minutes in. This should be an interesting affair. Jazz looking to draw even with Peaky Blinders. And if Jazz win, they will move back into first place due to their goal differential, as well as having already beaten Peaky Blinders. Meanwhile, Penetrators could surpass FC Jazz in the standings should they win. Goal kick launched up the field. This one off ahead. And now moving forward are Penetrators. Trying to put it through. It's off of a body of a Jazz defender, but they get it right back. Do Montreal Penetrators. And now a Jazz player is down, holding his knee and down. There's a first responder, a physio at every Canadian Corporate Soccer League match. Igor Harku there in conversation with his assistant, Henry Masembe. And looks like the player's back to his feet. And Penetrators get the ball back, and they... Not sure if they tried to give it back to Jazz there, but deflects off a player, so now it's a throw-in. Nice throw-in into the box over the head. Can they pounce right here? Penetrators putting it right across the middle. It's loose. And now Jazz look to break away with it. Left-footed ball up the field. And Penetrators were hemmed in that time and just played out. Penetrators have had trouble scoring goals this season. They've scored 18 goals through 6 matches. However, 10 of those came in one game against Sky United FC, the cellar dwellers in this league. So if you take those away, it's only 8 goals in 5 matches for them. Their defense keeps them in it despite their relative inability offensively. Now lining up for the long throw, an exaggerated run up here. And in fact, they just put it down the line. Trying to knock it along, putting it through the middle, bouncing ball being fielded by the defender, and now he hoofs it away. And here comes Penetrators on the counterattack, showing off a burst of pace. Flag goes up. Looks like it went out of bounds as the slide tackle from the defender threw off that forward. As we said, Penetrators have had trouble putting the ball in the back of the net. They always enjoy a lot of possession, or they tend to enjoy a lot of possession, but they just can't seem to move the ball forward, and we really saw that against Peaky Blinders, where Peaky Blinders pretty much had their way with the young team Penetrators, who are mainly collegiate students. This ball up in the air. And Penetrators trying to move it along. And now falling down. This looks like it's going to be Penetrators' ball. They'll set it up near the 50-yard line. Low ball in there off of a defender. Goalkeeper thought about coming for it, but it's cleared away. Penetrators trying to get possession, but it looks like Jazz have got it back, although there's pressure being put on, and then a foul's given away. 10 minutes in, this is going to be an entertaining game. It'll fly by. Haven't seen a clear-cut chance just yet, however. When we talk about how good Penetrators are defensively, Jazz are just as good, as this ball skips out of the penalty area. Now trying to move in, he's forced away, and Penetrators get it back. Jazz have only conceded 6 goals, so everyone talks about their offense and how good they are offensively, but defensively they're just as good. Very stingy defense on this team. Ball thrown in square, nice control. And they'll play it back and around. Now Jazz trying to force it through the middle. Wasn't much going on there. Now good battle there. Play right on, says the referee, trying to move it up the middle. Right back flies in there to get his foot to it. This one out wide, looking to get it through with a burst of pace down the sideline. Now holding it up, they're going to dink one high into the box. Goalkeeper goes flying in there, but I think the flag's up on the far side, and that will do it for that attack. Ball headed down through the middle. And there's a great through ball. A real chance here for FC Jazz. It's a stop by the keeper. And then it's further cleared away by Penetrators. Goalkeeper off his line to cut down the angle. And there was really nowhere to go for that Jazz attacker. But the first real clear-cut opportunity goes to the team in blue. Jazz get it right back and look to move it around the back. Outside the football, and a nice one. Trying to move it back inside. Good opportunity for a shot. They take it, but it's always going swerving wide. And it's going to be out for a goal kick. Penetrators asking for a new ball rather than chasing down the other one that went flying into the shadows. We've seen Penetrators can sometimes wilt against more physically dominant opposition. We saw against Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders certainly had the size advantage over Penetrators, and it seemed to really knock them off their game. They could not get much going offensively. As usual, they held their own defensively, but they really could not get much going forward. And to a man, Peaky Blinders was definitely physically superior to Penetrators. Ball looking over the top. That won't clear the defense. And it's right back through the middle. Looking to move it outside. Some numbers forward here for Penetrators. It's a nice first touch as they look to cut into the box. He's got some support with him. He's going to use it. There's one through the middle. It's a great ball. It'll be put in. Certainly offside. And yes, that's what the flag is up for. And actually, the ball ended up behind the goal. Not sure if he missed the net or not. I think it just went through the net, but an opportunity. But it really looked from here like he was going to be offside, and I suspect it wasn't really close. An early warning, though, for Jazz that Penetrators are here to play. And here comes Jazz, looking to move it into the middle. It's a floater, knocked down. And that one certainly caught a hand, and yet the official saw that one too. So it'll be Penetrators' ball. Hard ball up the middle. Not sure what they were intending to do with that one. Trying to maintain possession in the midfield. Slide tackle goes in, and now Penetrators have it back. Oh, he sits down a man. Penetrators really putting their feet in here, throwing in some tackles. Showing they're not afraid, and now an opportunity for a counterattack with this right back. Looking to use his pace down the line. Slides it through the middle. Goalkeeper off his line, and he'll clear it away with his feet. Penetrators have shown some good pace down this near flank. And now Penetrators get a foul out of that play. The Jazz supporters don't agree with it, but they are going to have a free kick about 50 yards out. Line being held almost right at the 25-yard line. As this ball's put in over the top, running onto it are Penetrators. They get the last touch to it. And it's going to be a goal kick. A quarter of an hour gone. No goals to be had just yet between these two upper echelon teams in the Premiership division. FC Jazz in their blue uniforms and Penetrators in black. Moving the goal kick short. Jazz very confident with their breakouts. That's a nice ball to the far side. Trying to control it off the bounce. And now nice passes strung together here by Jazz as they look to break down the defense. This one down the line, it rolls out of bounds, and it's going to be Penetrators' ball. We're seeing a substitution made in the early goings. Some fresh legs on the field for Penetrators. This is a nighttime affair, as we said earlier in the day. Peaky Blinders and Sky United played, and Peaky Blinders emerged 3-0 victors, moving to the top of the table in this division. Sky, meanwhile, continued to struggle. They scored a few goals last week, finally found the back of the net. It was in their 6th game, I believe, of the season. But they are firmly in last place with only 1 point. It came via a 0-0 draw with the Keene FC. Now FC Jazz running onto this ball. They're going to keep it in play. Now it rolls out. And it looks like we have another corner. FC Jazz is second of the game. As we said earlier, they're so good with these corner kicks. Committing a lot of men forward, and they make coordinated runs towards the goalkeeper. What do they have in store here? 18 minutes gone. Ball hanging up there to be attacked. Now out for the volley. It's off of a defender, still bouncing around in there. An opportunity for a shot maybe. They try to curl it around, but it's very wide of the goal. Goal kick sent long up to the 45. Jazz get to it. Sliding it back, and now on the overlap, playing it through. Defender gets there and puts it away. Right through the official. Penetrators defenders get onto it. And now it's all the way back for Jazz. There's a press being put on here by Penetrators. And they'll just shepherd it out of bounds. Jazz get it back, and here's an opportunity. They've got some runs moving forward, but the ball wasn't nearly hard enough. And then a foul's committed for a shove from behind. 20 minutes gone. A few opportunities for either team, but a cagey match, you'd have to say. They fling it out wide. He's looking for some support from his defenders. He's got some now, but he'll take them on himself. Tries to slip it through, but it was a 2 versus 3, and Penetrators will always be favored to win that when they have the numbers in their favor. Here comes Jazz, dancing through the midfield, trying the long shot. It's blocked. And now they get it right back. Here comes FC Jazz with the shot. Stopped by the goalkeeper. And it's right back in there. And gathered once again the second time. The goalkeeper for Penetrators has been called to action. And it's the second time he's been up to the task. And here comes Penetrators back the other way. They can't get it through the stiff Jazz defense, however. Playoff implications are so important in this match as Jazz looking to put something into the box. It's taken away and then out for a throw-in. And these two teams, they could meet in the playoffs very well. Actually, if this one ends in a draw, it would be likely, I'd say, that these two teams meet in the playoffs. Nice long throw into the box towards the penalty spot. Nodded on! And just wide. Those long throws are almost like corner kicks, and they fly in there with some pace. Jazz got their head to it, but it went over, or wide of the goal, we should say, this time. A reminder, you can keep up on all of the happenings in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League on Peloty.com. That's where all the results and tables and schedules can be found for all the Canadian Corporate Soccer League divisions, including the Premiership division that we're watching right now on Corporate Soccer TV. That's Peloty.com. And here comes Jazz looking to get the opening goal of this match. It's high in the air, difficult for the defenders to judge. It falls down to the top of the box, and then it's cleared away. Here comes Jazz trying a long shot, just wide. We may have heard a whistle there just prior, and I believe there's another game going on in the field just above us. So our camera may pick up some whistles from there. But obviously the players aren't affected by it. And looks like a defender is going to take this goal kick for Penetrators. We see the difference in style. I don't think FC Jazz have sent a long ball out of their own half. It's always been played out from the back, while Penetrators have been playing the long ball off of their goal kicks. And their Jazz just play it out. Looks like now Penetrators are lining up for a long throw-in of their own. And not that long. It doesn't even get into the box. Bounces. He's got a man draped all over him. Trying to cut in. Nice ball in there, but Jazz have committed a lot of men back into their box. It'll be difficult to break them down when they're set up like this. And now they'll look to counter. Left-footed ball up the field. headed on. A man gets bulldozed, but the official waves play on. Nice turn on the ball. Physical play there from Penetrators as they break forward. Couple of options through the middle. Looking to cut in. A real opportunity here. It's some last-ditch defending that forces the corner kick. There's a man down after a physical play and another man down in the box. Nothing wrong with that turn, however, from Penetrators. It was a good physical turn and it got a real opportunity for it. And they'll get a corner kick to boot, and that player is still down on the field. The first responder is out to treat the downed player. And you'd assume the clock would be stopped, or not the clock, the official's watch would be stopped to allow for proper added time to be put on to the end of this first half. Now the player's helped off the field, receiving some instructions from the official. Not sure if he'll be okay to continue. I think the official was just instructing him that he needs to wait until he's waved onto the field. And so briefly, FC Jazz are down a man. And they'll have to defend a corner kick. And now the corner is set to be put into the box. Ball hanging up there towards the back post. Knocked down. Here's an opportunity. Top of the box. Shot was partially blocked and out of the way. Now we've got a drag race down the field. Goalkeeper out of his goal. And he's going to hoof it down. And now the player who was injured is back onto the field. And we're back to 11 versus 11. And he wants the ball right away. They've sold him short with that cross of the field. Oof, that's a physical play as the Penetrators man takes a tumble and is slow to get up. The wind picking up here at Collège Notre Dame. Good overlap being made out of the back. And they'll use him on this near side. Some space down the flank. Nice ball forward. Looking to cut in there. Left-footed ball across the face of goal. Another opportunity and it goes wide. A real chance there. Some question marks at the back for Penetrators. And the shot ended up going wide, much to the chagrin of the FC Jazz supporters 28 minutes in. And now the referee running to this near side, I believe, to talk with his assistant. And we're back to the action. It's slowed down the last few minutes. And we wonder when we're going to see the opening goal. Should there be an opening goal? Two evenly matched teams here in the Premiership division, and We're almost a half hour into this opening 45. Jazz trying to move it up. Penetrators get it back. Shouts for offside, and they're going to get it. Remember, Penetrators actually found the back of the net earlier on, but it was offside, well offside, actually. And Jazz have had their opportunities, too. Can't pick a winner in this one just yet. Ball helped along. And they'll use their width on this near side as well. Jazz so good at using the whole width of the field. A slight trip up, and it results in it being put back to the goalkeeper. Woof. That was a gutsy move. Worked out. And they swing it to this near side. But now it goes all wrong as they try to break out through the midfield. Nice long throw in towards the box. Headed down, and now Jazz get it right back. And this one's safety first from the defender as he clears it up, and it's going to be easy pickings for the goalkeeper, who transitions it quickly to the left back. Waving his arms, looking for an option. Nice switch of the play. Here comes FC Jazz. They've got some numbers forward. Looking to break through. That ball is deflected down. And it's going to be another corner kick for FC Jazz. Their third of the match, I do believe. Fouls have been a rarity thus far. Two relatively disciplined teams. No direct free kicks to be had, that's for sure. And we have another corner here for FC Jazz. They're so good with these corner kicks. This one a high one in towards the penalty spot, knotted down. And then bouncing wide out for a goal kick. The official confirming another substitution with about 15 minutes to go. We're expecting to see some added time, as there was an injury which led to a lengthy stoppage. Probably about a minute or two of added time. That's still a ways away, however. Goal kick up the field well over the halfway line, headed down by the Jazz defense. And here comes Jazz looking to explode through on his left, faking that cross, and then a slide tackle's put in and it's out for a throw. And that's a turnover, and Jazz will get to try it again. And now the flag is up. And they're going to call that one a foul throw. Oof, Penetrators taking a lot of space to take that throw, and as here it is over the top. Goalkeeper's off his line, and it rolls right to him. Jazz looking to switch the play once more. This may be Jazz's stiffest test yet this season. Although they did lose to Cafeteros in a shocking result. But remember, the other top team in this league, Peaky Blinders, Jazz had no issues with them in the first match of the season, so this could be their first time they're seeing a real test in a little while. Their last game actually came on Tuesday the 11th when they beat LGQV 4-0. LGQV looking like they'll probably be the fourth and final playoff team in this Premiership division. There we see it confirmed 0-0, 35 minutes in. Nice throwing in, headed away. And Penetrators look to break away. That pass much too short for the attacker, and here's a long, audacious effort. Oh my goodness, it almost dipped into the top corner. A long try to be sure. And the goalkeeper will have to go fetch the ball. Penetrators apparently in no hurry to get this one back underway. Goal kick launched up the field, headed on through the middle, and then they're forced away. Here comes Jazz, still looking for our opening goal in this match. Oh, there's a turnover. Here comes Penetrators. Moving down the near side, man. Crashing towards the goal. Oh, boy, but it goes all wrong. They took advantage of a rare Jazz mistake. But that ball was just not up to the quality. Long throwing up the line. And now he takes a tumble holding his face. Penetrators not happy with the call. Ball into the box. Knotted down. Jazz first to it, though. And now it's a slide tackle that gets it away. Jazz from a long way out takes a deflection. And it's going to be a goal kick. Still over 5 minutes left in this first half. Good time to open the scoring for either team. Nice long kick up the field. This one headed straight up in the air, and he'll get another chance at it, and he heads it once more. Nice turn on the ball, trying to slip it through. It's off a defender, and the goalkeeper knocks it away. No real clear-cut chances in the last 15 minutes or so, I'd say. Penetrators are on side here. So they move it out wide, but it was too hot for the attacker to handle. Now Jazz have it taken away as they tried to break out. And it rolls out. Another opportunity wasted by Penetrators. Both teams looking pretty direct. Neither really content to keep possession and dominate the possession. That's what we saw really from Peaky Blinders against Penetrators. If we were keeping track of possession numbers, they would have been unsightly if you were a Penetrator supporter, as Peaky Blinders thoroughly dominated that match. This ball over the top, flying in there as a defender, and Jazz get there first. Here comes FC Jazz. Trying the long drive, it goes well wide. Just about 5 minutes from the halftime break. This bounces up the field. Jazz get right to it. They've been getting onto the majority of the Penetrators' goal kicks. Jazz controls it down. Nice option outside, but the Penetrators' defenders get there first. Here comes Jazz trying to scoop it over the top, but a defender's always favored to get to those. Ball into the box. Goalkeeper is able to gather it. Oh, and now the forward jumps in front of the goalkeeper, and the referee says it's clean. Trying to chest it down. He ends up getting staggered himself, and then Jazz put it forward. Nowhere really to go there for Penetrators. They're just forced to head it out of bounds as the first half ticks down. And that's going to be a foul. First one we've seen in a little while. We'll see if the referee decides to add any time to this first half. As we said, there's been two pretty substantial delays. Ball over the top. Goalkeeper's going to gather it. Should he not decide to add any time, we're about 2 minutes from getting into the interval. Here comes Jazz once more. Bounces in there, and they give it away. Here's a real opportunity for FC Jazz. Trying to cut inside. He's still on the ball, but the defenders just swarm him and suffocate out that attack. Still an opportunity here as they knock it wide. Looking to dance towards the box. Now he'll dink it right across. Penetrators defender misses it. Nice touch in there towards the goal. And there's some real pressure. Penetrators under siege here. In the closing moments of the first half, they've conceded another corner, and they're just trying to hang on and get into the halftime break. The defenders doing most of the work that time for Penetrators, blocking shots, getting in shooting lanes. And they'll have to do some more defending here. Another corner for FC Jazz, their fourth. And it's a short one, leaving much to be desired. And calls for a handball. Official doesn't see it. And now here comes Penetrators. Pushing it out wide. Can they get a late counterattack in this first half? And I'm not sure if he was actually offside, but the goalkeeper decides to get out of his goal. And now another race for it. Goalkeeper well off his line. Defender's there to help out. And he'll knock it out of play. We'll see what adjustments will be made at halftime. Well, I'll tell you what, if you were to tell me that there was an FC Jazz half where they had 4 corner kicks and are playing the way they are and they have not found the back of the net, I would be very surprised. But that's what we're seeing here as it's zeros on the scoreboard right now. But for how much longer? Ooh, this will be interesting. A free kick. We'll see where the official sets it up. It looks like it's maybe 21, 22 yards from goal. And this will be an interesting end to the first half. This is the first direct free kick we've seen today. And it may well yield the first shot on goal for Penetrators. Yep, just about 22 yards out. What can they do with it? Hopefully our camera can pick up the result. The referee just directing traffic. This will be a big ask to get it up or around that wall. And here we go. He puts it over, and it's just wide. Or actually, they're going to say deflected off of a Jazz player, and it's going to be out for a corner kick. So another opportunity for Penetrators. The official adding on some time in this first half. Only the Penetrators' second corner kick of the game. Here it comes, a good number of men committed forward. No real option short right now. And they are going to put it into the box. And it's going to go out of bounds. And that will actually be the last action of the first half. 0-0 after 45. And we're back for the second half. 0-0 after the first 45 between FC Jazz and Penetrators. FC Jazz in their blue uniforms moving from left to right on your screen. Penetrators in black with white trim moving from right to left. Some chances for both teams in the first half. I'd have to say Jazz probably threatened on goal a bit more than Penetrators, but an even game nonetheless on the scoreboard. A reminder that this is a top of the table battle. Jazz looking to move into first place as here's a ball into the box. Defender gets there, heads it up rather than out. Nice control by Jazz. Looking to cut inside. Taken away, and then it's off of a defender, but the goalkeeper keeps it in play. Or actually, I guess he didn't keep it in play, but it's a goal kick anyways. And it's the two best defenses in the league. FC Jazz have given up a mere 6 goals thus far this season through their 6 matches, while Penetrators have given up 4 through their 6 matches. Graham Neysmith with you here on the commentary on Corporate Soccer TV, and there's a foul. And he'll pull it back, will the referee. So if FC Jazz emerge with all 3 points, they'll move back into first place ahead of Peaky Blinders by virtue of goal differential. Peaky Blinders right now on 18 points, having beaten Sky United FC 3-0 earlier this evening. Here's Jazz moving into the box, but defender is right there to handle that one. Meanwhile, Penetrators, if they can emerge with a win, they will surpass FC Jazz for second place in the standings and will be 2 points behind Peaky Blinders. Nice long throw into the box. Headed up, a bicycle kick attempt. They scored something similar earlier in the season, FC Jazz. It was off a corner kick. It was an incredible goal off the post and in against the Keene FC in a game that Jazz predictably won. Jazz 39 goals for through their 6 games. Of course, that is buttressed by their 19-0 drubbing of Sky United FC. But actually, if you take away those 19 goals, they would still be the most clinical offensive team. Or actually, no, excuse me, they wouldn't. Just taking a look at the standings now. If you take away that 19-0 score, it would actually be LGQV who would be leading the Premiership division in goals with 24. They're in 4th place right now with 12 points. Here's a ball over the top, but it's going to roll to the goalkeeper. LGQV in 4th, 2 points ahead of Stadium 5, and with a superior goal differential. LGQV also beat Stadium 5 4-1 earlier this year. And now the official just taking a look at a player to make sure there was no blood that was drawn, I believe. And it will restart with a drop ball, and the goalkeeper gets us back underway promptly. Jazz, as we said, very comfortable playing out from the back. You don't see many long balls from them coming out of their own half, whereas Penetrators are the exact opposite. All of their goal kicks have gone long. That's a poor pass, and it's intercepted. Here comes Penetrators right down the middle of the park. They'll be forced outside. Great defense from Jazz, and there was just nowhere to go there. Even though they created the turnover in a vulnerable area, the Jazz defenders were all over them, and the first order of business there is forcing them outside, preventing a shot, and then you go for the ball, and that's exactly what they did. And it was excellent defending. However, they did concede a corner kick. I believe this will be Penetrators, maybe their 4th of the game. They had a late flourish at the end of the first half, did Penetrators, with a corner kick and a direct free kick from about 25 yards out. This corner into the box over everybody's head. Penetrators keep it in play, and they're onside. They've got some support, and that's what they're trying to use. Actually, it was poked away by Jazz, so Penetrators get a throw in. They have a long throw specialist on that side, and it looks like that's what they're going to line up for here. Instead, it's a one that's just thrown right to Jazz, so they'll get to try it again. You're going to have to get more air under the throw if you want it to get into the box. Well, that a much better offering. Once again, headed away by Jazz. And look, just no time on the ball for Penetrators. Jazz very aggressive in defense. Penetrators trying to skip through here. Good battle over there in the corner. And it's going to be another corner kick. Oh, it's taken very quickly, and they may have wanted to slow things down. It was a good idea, trying to take it quickly and catch Jazz napping, and now here comes Jazz back the other way, looking to transition quickly. They run out of the view of our camera. Looks like Jazz maintained possession, and now they've got some players in support up the field. The quick corner was a good idea, as they had a lot of men committed forward because they had a corner just prior and then 2 long throw-ins, so they had their players up the field, and they were trying to catch Jazz napping. As here's advantage played by the official, but Penetrators couldn't do anything with it. Jazz trying to cut in. Into the middle, trying to turn. Turns her into a player. Another opportunity. They just swing at the ball, and it was Penetrators who cleared it away. The referee, I think, just there with a verbal warning, as here's a long throw in into the box, and the goalkeeper just punches it out for a corner. As we said earlier, Jazz very good with their corner kicks. They've scored a handful this season, and quite frankly, if they have 4 in a match like they had in the first half, it's surprising they haven't found the back of the net yet. Looks like it'll be an outswinger here with the right foot. It's a fast one right into the box. Bouncing around, and Penetrators get it, and they'll look to counter, but they're forced off the ball by FC Jazz. We'll try another cross. It's a good one! And it deflects around, and it's going to be another corner kick. Jazz putting Penetrators under a lot of pressure here. This is the Canadian Corporate Soccer League Premiership Division. Another dead ball situation for FC Jazz. It's a low one. The defender gets there, but he takes a tumble, and there's a shot, and I think, yes, it's another corner kick. 3 in quick succession as Penetrators really under pressure here. The last one really not the best service, I don't think, from the Jazz corner taker. And they'll look for a better delivery this time. Ball into the box. It misses everybody. It's actually picked up by Penetrators. And now here comes Penetrators sending it long. Goalkeeper's off of his line. He got a piece of that. He's still way out of his goal. And oh wow, Penetrators got... They felt the pressure there, and it was a good thought to just put it in as the goalkeeper was really out on an adventure. But it actually ended up going up for a throw-in. It was missed so badly. There'll be a substitution made now. And there it is. It remains 0-0. A reminder that the Canadian Corporate Soccer League is the Canadian member of FIFCO, the International Federation of Corporate Football. And we are in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at Collège Notre Dame. And that will be a foul as the... Although he didn't make a whole lot of contact with the slide, he prevented the player from continuing his run forward. Jazz lofted into the box. It's a good ball. Penetrators get there, and actually they were offside. No bookings yet today. Although the official wants a quick word after that challenge. Apologies all around, and we're set to continue. 10 minutes gone in the second half, still looking for our first goal. Oh, and now Jazz put it over to run onto. Goalkeeper's out. And did he handle it? They blow it down, and I believe that's a yellow card. I think the goalkeeper handled the ball there. Difficult to get a view as he came off of his goal line. And it's going to be a free kick from 25 yards out, pretty much bang center in the middle of the field. So this now very interesting. How will this change the complexion of the game? Looks like a 5-man wall for Penetrators as the goalkeeper sets it up right on the 25-yard line. So here we go. Big opportunity in the match here for FC Jazz. It's right into the wall. The wall did its job that time, jumping to block the attempt, and now Penetrators can counter back the other way. Down this near side, trying to use a burst of pace. Oh, it's a very naughty tackle, that. From behind. A booking to be sure. And the referee had to think about it that time. Very close to being in the box. It was outside the box, but very, very close. And we have two bookings back to back. One for the goalkeeper for handling and one for a dangerous tackle from behind. So now it's Penetrator's turn to have a free kick. Will they test the FC Jazz goalkeeper? And it's also right into the wall, so two opportunities wasted from both teams, and now Jazz look to counter 4 wide as they move up the field. But it's taken away. So two dangerous free kicks, both of which found the wall. And we remain even in the 58th minute. Long throw it into the box. Jazz player is unmarked. He shoots. It's stopped by the goalkeeper and spilled, but then he's able to clean up the mess and get his paws back on the ball. And now they block it, and I don't think you can do that. It happened in the first half, and yep, that should be a booking from the referee. I don't know why they bother doing that. You aren't allowed and never have been allowed, and it's just an easy way to get a booking, and that's what the referee has done here. So 3 yellow cards now as this match starts to pick up its flavor a bit, pick up its intensity. Jazz back on the ball, don't have a whole lot of options forward. They throw themselves into the defender, and it's going to be a goal kick. One hour played, no goals between Jazz and Penetrators. Line drive kick up the field, and they'll move it up further. Here comes Penetrators now. They're going to get to this ball, and they've got some options in the box, but they just showed a bit too much of it for the defender, who did well to take it away. Turning on it now, RFC Jazz playing it through the middle. Really nice football, but it's just out of the reach of the attacker. They would have been away and clear, but the ball a few yards too heavy. They've been trying to, from this near side at least, throw the ball over the head of the Penetrators defense, and now they slip it through, but a defender's there to knock it away. They've been trying to just throw it over the head of the defenders and allow a man to run onto it, and it's worked a few times. And they'll try another long throw, an exaggerated run-up, to say the least. That's launched into the box towards the penalty spot, headed down, an opportunity! It's right into the hands of the goalkeeper, who was perfectly positioned once again. The positioning has been superb for the goalkeeper for the Penetrators today, as he's thwarted a few opportunities. Jazz have had the abundance of the chances, but they haven't been able to break through. And here they come stepping inside, trying to look to the back post. And the goalkeeper, I think, has it now just to boot it away. And again, we've really seen the big contrast in styles. Penetrators sending everything long off of their goal kicks and also their goalkeeper possessions, just off of a drop kick or such. Whereas Jazz have really been building from the back, and they were trying to build through there. Nice ball through the middle. Thought about trying a shot, but it's a great ball through. There's a shot, stopped by the goalkeeper, and then he pounces on the rebound once more. The past 10 minutes have really been in favor of FC Jazz. Penetrators have weathered the storm thus far, but you wonder for how much longer they'll be able to keep the ball out of their own goal if the field is really tilted against them, really tilted in favor of their opponents. Jazz controlling the ball at the back, bringing it along. Pressure being put on. And it looks like they've won it, Penetrators. Here comes Penetrators up the field. Through ball. Now into the middle. It's a real chance here. They just need to be able to pull the trigger. Jazz all over them defensively. And then they get it clear. Penetrators win it right back and put it back where it came from. A header gets it pretty much to the halfway line, and now Jazz can counter. They've got some numbers moving forward, but a defender's right there to force them back. Fans wanted a call on that Penetrators press, but the official saw nothing wrong with it. Now here comes Jazz. Trying to work it through. And now the goalkeeper dives in there. The defender wasn't making a play on it. A miscommunication at the back between the goalkeeper and defender. But the goalkeeper has it now. Well, we said it was the two best defenses, and it's those defenses that have been winning out through 65 minutes. As neither team able to break through. That's a nice run down the field, and it's a nice job getting it to him as well. Crossing it in. Defender gets there, but he's made a mistake. And then there's someone else over there to sweep it up. It was momentarily a dangerous position for that ball to just be bouncing around, but Penetrators get it back, and they're right back up the field. Back and forth action here at Collège Notre Dame. But it's taken away by Jazz, and they'll come back the other way. It's really opening up now. You get the sense it may only be a matter of time before we see an opening goal. Jazz playing it down the line. Perfectly weighted pass. Jazz still on it. Looking to cross it in. He turns. Can't quite pull the trigger. Bodies fly. Jazz still on the ball. They poke it back. Now looking to cross. That's what they're going to do. Goalkeeper off of his line. It's headed down and loose. And there's going to be a foul against the goalkeeper. He was bundled over as he came flying off of his line for the ball. And look at how many players have their hands on their knees for Penetrators. They've been really under siege in this second half. They had that good opportunity from a free kick, but it was softly kicked right into the middle of the wall. And that's really been the only quality chance to speak of for Penetrators in this half. They've had some possession, they've had some breaks, but they haven't really been through on goal to the same extent that FC Jazz have. This is much the same we saw against Peaky Blinders, as Penetrators making a switch. Looking to bring on some fresh legs to break open this match. Looks like even if we get an opening goal, it's going to come right down to the wire, as both teams have shown they're able to get forward and they'll throw that little extra if they're behind, or if it's a tie game, a close game down to the end. Ball played all the way back, and it's going to be played further back to the goalkeeper. Ball over the top, much too heavy. It's going to roll to the Penetrators keeper. There's so little to separate the teams. Atop the Canadian Corporate Soccer League, we have Peaky Blinders and Jazz and Penetrators. I'd say those are the three big teams. LGQV have been holding their own as of late, though. And Peaky Blinders are actually the quote-unquote hottest team in the league. They lost their season opener to FC Jazz by about 4 goals, I believe, but since then it's been smooth sailing. They've been winning their games, granted by a close margin, and here comes FC Jazz putting it into the box, but the goalkeeper tumbles onto the ball. Definitely wasn't a shot, and it wasn't much of a ball through either, so it was simple stuff for the goalkeeper, who sends his goal kick well down the field. And it looks like it caught a hand. Penetrators launch it into the box. It's high. The goalkeeper knocks it down. Now he's held off and he'll get back there. Jazz looking to spread the play out wide, and that's what they'll do. Now there's a real press being put on, and they just poke it up the field. You can see Penetrators have really turned on their press. We did not see them press against Peaky Blinders last week. And really not much of a press in the first half, but this time they've really made an effort to get there, and they've almost forced some turnovers from Jazz, who quite frankly bring it on themselves. And there's a nice ball down the field. Onside is the call, breaking towards the goal. Goalkeeper out there just to kick it away. There you see Penetrators. They have some opportunities. They'll get those chances. And it was the goalkeeper who came out this time. And now a late sub being called by Penetrators with 20 minutes to go in this tie game. Ball launched down the line. Jazz gets there to knock it up onto the grass berm that encircles this half of the field. Looking to launch a throw in towards the box again. It's a nice throw. Nodded down, and FC Jazz have it, and they're in control. Penetrators haven't been backing down, though. They looked almost a bit timid against Peaky Blinders. And starting off, it seemed as though FC Jazz were more or less having their way physically with them, but Penetrators have really stepped up in there, launching into some tackles with enthusiasm, and they've won a free kick here. Knocked into the box. It was going to the far corner. Now they struggle to control it in the midfield. And it's kicked forward all the way to the keeper. Ball nodded on. Here comes FC Jazz. The defender was right there. Did he get the ball out? The official's waving it off. He did enough to convince the official that it was a clean tackle. Onside all the way here with this ball down the field. Hangs up there for a moment. Nodded down. Here's a chance for Penetrators. Trying to flick it through. It's controlled on the edge of the box. They could not cut in, though. It was a strong tackle put in. Here comes FC Jazz again. Trying to slice and dice the defense a couple of moves, but he ended up deking himself out that time, and Penetrators get it back. An entertaining second half, and here's another chance for FC Jazz. Being forced outside, nice defending. They'll try the shot, stopped by the goalkeeper, and he pounces on the rebound. The last few shots from FC Jazz have been saved by the goalkeeper, but the ball has kind of been sitting there just for a moment. And FC Jazz can maybe take advantage of that. Here they come again. Putting it outside. High ball into the box. Heading it down. And that looked like it was going to be offside. And now FC Jazz kicks the ball away. And the official will keep his cards away for now. And there's a shot well over the goal. You can see FC Jazz, they don't want this one to end in a scoreless draw. They're running down the ball, trying to force the issue and make sure we get the full 90 minutes in here. We're just waiting to get restarted for the final 15 minutes. A sprint to the finish here. Not the best goal kick, but it gets to the intended target. Nice play to maintain possession, moving it up the field. Here comes Penetrators, looking for that final ball. Goalkeeper was aggressive. Actually, he was very aggressive there. If there was a Penetrators player who wanted to try it, they could think about chipping the goalkeeper, who has been very eager to get off his line. Now moving it up the field. FC Jazz. It's out for a Penetrator's throw. Now Penetrators moving it up the field. Looking for that ball, but Jazz always favored to get to it. Ball looking down the line. Jazz knocks it out. Throw in directed towards the box. Bounces right to the goalkeeper. It's been no-nonsense goalkeeping, as he's been moving the ball very quickly. And that one will result in a goal kick. And there you see it. 14 minutes from time, it's still 0-0. A reminder to like and follow the Canadian Corporate Soccer League on Facebook. That's where you can keep up to date on all of the action in all of the divisions of the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. Ball up over the top. It's in the safe hands of the goalkeeper again. Back and forth action in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. And here comes Penetrators. Well-weighted ball. It forces him to move outside. And that one's off of a defender, bouncing. Goalkeeper's right there. Way out of his goal once again. They play it back. Oh, yeah, and that's going to be a foul against FC Jazz. A good opportunity for a cross, or maybe to challenge the goalkeeper from about 18 yards out. They're looking to the back post. Great ball, but the goalkeeper's there to gather it. Turnover there, much to the chagrin of the Jazz supporters. But that was another turnover, and it's knocked down the field. Nice play. Here comes Jazz. And the flag is up. They don't like that call. And now here comes Penetrators back up the field, a 2v2. They're going to get this ball. FC Jazz hustling back, and here comes Penetrators cutting in. No real urgency there, and they're going to be forced backwards. And now Jazz can get their players back, and they'll get the ball right back. About 10 minutes from time, and there may be just a bit of stoppage time added as well. And now two players find themselves on the ground after that challenge. The Jazz player's getting up, but the Penetrators player stays down. A brief pause in the game before we head into the final 10 minutes. Players stretching it out. This should be an exciting end to this game. Neither team wanting to leave with anything other than full points. Headed ball won by FC Jazz. Another challenge won by Jazz. And now that's going to be a foul. And Jazz play it quickly. Nice move through the middle. Trying to get it through. Trying to turn goalward for a shot. That's a through ball. A good opportunity for a cross, but it's high. Stays in play, but it's over to this near side. And Penetrators can get it clear from there. Not too far clear, though, as it was briefly intercepted now further up the field. Great tackle put in by the defender, and Penetrators can move away with it, but it was a pass almost right to a Jazz player. Up the field, trying to touch it away, but the defender gets in there and pokes it out. Graham Neysmith here with you on Corporate Soccer TV. Two teams atop the table. This could be a playoff matchup. As we said, we could see these teams face off in the playoffs. And really, if they draw today, I think it's likely that they will. Another long throw into the box. Hits a couple of heads and bounces away. And now it's out of bounds and a corner kick coming for FC Jazz. The officials really have not been noticeable today, which is always a good thing. They've done a good job controlling this very competitive match. And here's the corner put in, knocked away by Penetrators. Look at that, they had almost all of their players in the box defending there. Only one was lurking up around the 35-yard line. Are we going to see a winner? Good race for the ball. Penetrators get there ahead and play it down the line. No real help for him right now except for an overlap. As he plays it across, here's an opportunity, but it ends up bouncing wide, and it's a goal kick. The official just confirming that the ball is proper, and we play it quickly. There's one of those new rules in effect. The ball off a goal kick doesn't have to leave the 18-yard box. Previously it did, but in the sake of keeping the game moving, that's now a rule. And now here's an opportunity. FC Jazz trying to cut it across. It's off a defender, and it's going to be a corner. They broke down the defense, but they didn't try their luck on the goalkeeper. They didn't like the angle, so they were looking to play it across. Another corner kick for FC Jazz. They're so good in the air. Can they make them pay? It's bouncing around and then knocked up and out. The fans don't like that lack of close control, and now there's some pressure being put on, and a foul is called. You can see that one coming. And actually, they're bringing it back for a foul against FC Jazz that was further down the field. So Penetrators with a chance. They put it into the box. Goalkeeper has his eyes on it, and he's going to get his hands on it. And actually, the referee's going to pull it back. He didn't like what he saw in the box from one of the Penetrators forwards. Under 5 to go in regular time, and then maybe some stoppages to be added on. This one in there. Good opportunity for a shot, but it's always going over. And Penetrators starting to waste some time here. Jazz are the ones who are really going to gather the balls. And that ball hung up there just a little too long, and Jazz were able to fly in. Well, should this one end in a tie, should we not see a winner, we'll have Jazz on 16 points, having their first draw of the season, while Penetrators will move up to 14 points, their second draw. No undefeated teams in the Premiership division. And now there was a shove, nothing doing from the official. And it's back up the field. Throw launched into the box, but there's no Penetrators players there, and there's a lot of walking being done by the team in black right now. But they'll have an opportunity here from 30 yards out after a foul. The official waving them back. It's very easy on this Canadian football field to literally have a line where the players can't cross. 30 yards out. Is there a chance for a late winner for Penetrators? Here it comes. It's right into the hands of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper was cheating that way. He thought he was going to try to go over the wall, and that's exactly what happened. Here comes Jazz. Up the field, good control, but it takes it away, and actually it's offside. Well, it's been an exciting game, a real back and forth affair, but we may not see a goal in this one, and it may be another scoreless draw. Scoreless draws usually relatively rare in the Premiership division, but we've had a couple this season. And that was a foul throw. Ball headed back. Penetrators get there ahead. And it's out. Shouts for a penalty as the goalkeeper ran into the attacker. But it rolls out. The goalkeeper was nearly made to pay there. And the referee just demonstrating exactly what he saw. There could have been a foul either way, but he decides to swallow his whistle and just let us play out with a goal kick. We're about to reach the 90 minutes. Will there be stoppage time? Just about 1 minute to go in this one. And Penetrators get there first and it's out of bounds. Jazz turning with it. Putting it into the box, back post. It's just out of the way of that on-running attacker. We can hear the game just above us ending, but there may be one final kick or one final chance to be had in this one. And that will do it. A scoreless draw between FC Jazz and Penetrators. An interesting affair as always in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.